Hi, welcome. So in this lecture, I'll talk in details about another git command, which is git reflog. Now reflog and log sounds similar, but they're two entirely different commands. One of the things git does in the background while you are working away is keep a reflog, that is a log of where your head and branch references have been for the last few months. Reflog is an acronym for reference logs. The current head can get updated for multiple events such as by switching branches, pulling in new changes, rewriting history, or simply by adding new commits. For each of such previously mentioned events, a new entry will be added to the reflog. The reflog is Git's safety net. It records almost every change you make in your repository, regardless of whether you committed a snapshot or not. You can think of reflog as a chronological history of everything you have done in your local repository. So I have picked up this repository, which is Git with GitHub demo, with which you must be familiar since we dealt with this repository in our previous lectures. Now let me show you how the git reflog command looks like and what can be its output. So git reflog, press enter, and here you go. So the most recent reflog appears at the top, as you can see, and each entry starts with this head at the rate and then particular syntax, which is curly brackets, then 0 and closing curly brackets. So if you consider this as n, then this n continues to increase, as you can see, 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. We'll shortly come to the explanation of the syntax, so don't worry on that part. So now, if I press the spacebar, I can browse through additional reflogs, and I have reached the end, as you can see at the bottommost portion of the screen. So let's scroll up once again. And as I said you that the current head gets updated for multiple events, and I mentioned several events. So here you can check the events. So here is an event where I made a commit, and here is 1, 2 related to commit, and there are several successive events related to checkout. And if we go down further below, here there is an event, as you can see, related to the merge, which is at head 25. So each and every event, each and every activity of yours gets recorded into the git reflog. And here you'll find a description of your activity and the commit ID involved here. And you can access the reflog using this particular syntax. For example, this is a reflog which is marked with head at the rate 28. So let's scroll down further. You can see over here an event related to pull from a remote repository, and here is an event related to clone when the repository was cloned from GitHub. Now let's start accessing the reflog. Every time your branch tip is updated for any reason, Git stores that information for you in this temporary history. And you can specify older commits with this data as well. For instance, if you want to see the 50-second prior value of the head of your repository, you can access this reflog, which I am highlighting right now, which is at head at the rate 52. So let's do it. Let's return back to prompt. So I type Q and we are back to prompt. Let me clear the screen. And for this purpose, we need to execute the git show command, then head at curly braces 52 and closing curly brace. Press enter and here we are. So this is Git's response after accessing the reflog. So here is the commit ID or the hash, the author, the date. So you have the entire timestamp. This was a commit message, and this is the diff related to the file robots.txt. Now let's do a bit of time travel with git reflog. Now since each reflog has an implicit time associated with it, you can filter not only by history but also on time as well. Now you can see the various supported forms of time expression on the screen, such as 1 minute ago, 1 hour ago, 1 day ago, yesterday, 1 week ago, 1 month ago, 1 year ago, and also at the last you can see a full timestamp. And each expression, such as 1 minute ago, is separated by dot, so 1 dot minute dot ago. Now plural forms are also accepted, as you can see on the screen, such as 2 weeks ago expressed as 2 dot weeks dot ago, as well as combinations such as 1 dot day dot 2 dot hours dot ago. So basically it is 1 day 2 hours ago. Now the time format is most useful if you want to get back to a branch state as of an hour ago, or want to see what the differences were in the last hour. So you can use this expression git diff at 1 hour ago, as you can see on the screen. Now note that if a branch is missing, then it assumes the current branch. So as you can see on the screen, 1 hour ago refers to master at 1 hour ago, if master is your current branch. So let me show you an example in this direction. So now I'm in the repository demo rebase. Now we have worked with this repository earlier, if you recall. So let's now work on an actual command. So you'll use the git show command to access the reflog. Then you have the name of the branch. So it is master for me, since master is the current branch. And of course, if you want to see details for a different branch, you can name a different branch other than master. So I want to see what is the status of master. So master at curly braces, and say I want to see details for 5 days ago. So 5 dot days dot ago, closing curly braces. Now, since master is the current branch, I can jolly well avoid this explicit mentioning of the master branch. However, I will go ahead with explicitly mentioning master branch because it will help you to understand things better. So press enter, and here you are. So here are the relevant details for accessing the reflog to check the state 5 days ago for master branch. So here is the commit ID, author details with name and email ID, the timestamp, the message or the commit message, the name of the involved artifact or the file, which is index.html here, and here you have the details of the diff involved. So for me, today is 18th July, and since I have attempted to access information 5 days ago, you can see details for July 13. So that's what I exactly wanted. So don't worry, I'll provide details of time expression such as 5 days ago in a downloadable document in the resource section. So with this, we conclude this lecture.